Dragons, I'm here today to do my March TBR. I can't believe we're heading into March. March is notoriously the longest month in the history of the universe. I'm a DOE teacher and we don't get any days off in March, so it's like a very, very long month. It's also the last month where I can get consistent work done for my show without like everything interrupting it, because we have like a lot of days off and stuff in April. Testing starts. So that month is just a month that I have to get a lot of stuff done. I'm also doing a competitive based readathon in the month of March. I'm doing Realmathon hosted by Covers with Cassidy. I'm on Team Singers. So I have a couple of bonus prompts, but I'm going to talk about that at the super end. But mostly what I want to focus on in March is sort of reading a lot of arcs. Me and my friend Kelly, we have a goal where we're going to try to read all arcs in the month of March, which is a little bit ambitious for me, but I did just buy my tickets to ALA, so I do want to focus a lot on arcs. I also do want to focus a lot on my e-arcs, which I really struggle reading, and my nonfiction. So I've been really successful so far about reading a nonfiction book every month, so I'm going to talk about it here, but if by some like weird coincidence it gets put on the TBR, I will talk about it at the end. I also have a buddy read, Brittany Loves Reading, that I'll talk about at the very, very end if it doesn't get put on the TBR. But yeah, so let's talk about the nonfiction book, the memoir I'm going to read. I'm going to read The Third Gilmore by Kelly Bishop. I'll attach a photo here. Liking reading, making a nonfiction my first book of every month because I read them pretty quickly. So this will be a book that I'm probably going to read over the next weekend, or maybe even at the tail end of this month. I just want to read one a month, but it is Kelly Bishop. She was Emily Gilmore on Gilmore Girls, and I love that show so much. So I'm going to add that book on this TBR. And now we're going back to the mythical forest. I'm very excited. We did okay on my TBR. Yeah, we did okay. I think with competitive based readathons, I have to give myself a little bit of grace because I am not deciding like just about anything. So I have to like give myself a little bit of grace because it's not me making the prompts, it's like everyone else making the prompts. So yeah, so I always have to read a fantasy book every month just to kind of keep myself held accountable. And I changed this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this, and oh, I actually had it right on my at my thing, but I've been doing it wrong. So if I read 1 to 6, so if I read 100, it has to be like a manga or a graphic novel. 200 pages would be 200, 300 is 300, 400, and 500, and I rarely read things that are like 600 pages, so if it rolls on a 6, I get to choose, which is probably going to be a 300 page book or 400 page book. But yeah, so let's roll. What fantasy book am I putting on my TBR? Bonus points if it's going to be an arc or an e-arc I have access to, because there is one book I really want to sneak on this TBR, but we will see. Ooh, okay. So that means I have to read a fantasy book that's 500 pages. Well, all right. Let me go look to see if either of the books I'm thinking about are 500 pages or close to 500 pages. Yeah. Okay. So I have to read a fantasy book that's 500 pages. Not awful. Not ideal. But we will see. If it's above 400, I'm probably going to count it because I really struggle to read long books. But let's go see if I could think, if it's the book I'm thinking of, maybe if that one will count. But we'll see. Okay, so I might be cheating a little bit, and Kelly's technically gonna kill me because it's not technically an arc, but it is a special edition that did come out. Like, it doesn't come out technically, and I do have an e-arc of it. So I'm gonna put Cruel is the Light by Sophia Clark on my TBR. It is a fantasy romance. What that is above 100 pages. It's like 500 pages. I just got it from Fairy Loot, but it doesn't come out in the US until like June, so I am reading it a little bit early, so technically it's an e-arc or a book, but it's just a physical copy. I do have an e-arc as well. This is my really pretty edition, so I'm gonna add this to the TBR, and this will be my first book. It's also a fan realm. My bonus prompt for Mel is one of the bonus prompts for it. I'll talk about this a little bit later, but it does have to be an author that has a book boyfriend in it, so any romantasy will count. So yeah, I'm gonna add this for my first book. And just hope that I don't read it by the end of the month. We will see. I'm filming this a little bit earlier, but that's going to be book 1 on the TBR. Okay, so that was good. So the next book I'm going to do is choose my companion. Who am I going on a quest with? Am I going on a quest with character? Am I going on a quest with? And that is going to choose what list am I pulling some books from. So yeah, let's roll. This will be helpful because if I can get a list that has a lot of arcs on, like a lot of arcs on it, this will be very, very helpful. So let's roll. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have to go to my self-destruct TBR, and I'm gonna pull 2 arcs that I know that are on that list, or books that I got from conventions that I can count. So I'm gonna go get 2 of those books, and we'll chat about them. So I am sort of thinking about the fact that I do have some prompts that I'm kind of thinking of. So I have read something by Sarah Hawley before, so I'm going to put Servant of Earth on here. I've had this. I got this at Comic-Con. It was signed. It was technically an arc when I got it, so I'm going to put this. I'm also going to put It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Doss by Rick Riordan. This is a supernatural thriller, and I've been having really good luck with those. And I'm also going to put A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan, which is another fan row that is super quick. So I'm going to add these on here as like an option, and I'm going to make it a goal that I at least read 2 of them. So yeah, that is kind of my goal, to kind of read down these lists, and I'm actually kind of happy that that got chosen because I haven't read as many on that list. So yeah, those are the 3 I'm going to put. I'm going to put a goal to read 2. And yeah, I'm going to go make sure all my spreadsheets are up to date, and then I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Just so you know, I am going on a quest with a baby dragon, so that's really exciting. Okay, the next one, I have to choose a book from like my physical TBR, and I will have added the graphics. I'll probably add the graphic here, so we'll kind of show you like what all the numbers mean. So here's this graphic for the next couple of things, for choose my weapon, my quest, and my prompts. I'll touch it here. And now let's roll to see what my weapon is or what my book is coming from. Ooh, okay, and I just have to read a book on my physical TBR, which seems really, really simple. So I'm gonna go get an e-arc that I got from Comic-Con or ALA that I do want to read, and then that will just be what I read. But all of these are on my physical TBR as well. But the only rule that me and Kelly has is that it had to be an arc that we got at one of these conventions. So yeah, let me go look to see if I have one. I have a ton. I just have to pick one that I'm in the mood for. Character and my baby dragon, we are taking a staff on it, and I'm going to add The Rose Bargain by Sada Payton Smith onto my TBR. And I have read one other book by this author, and I have liked it, and it is another romantasy, so it will count for like an author that I've read before, and also potentially a new book boyfriend. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Now, the dreaded thing. I'm going to do this. Every single time I do this, I get 6 cards. So I hope I don't get 6, but this is where the prompts come into play. And it's just going to tell me like where I'm going on this quest at. And I will tell you guys when I roll it, but you would have sorted in the graphic as well. Again, every single time I do it, it is 6. It is 6 cards, which is just insane to me. You know, I'm going to roll it again just to see. No, okay. All right. So 6 cards. Every single time I do this, it's always 6, but that's okay. All right. So we are gonna roll. We're gonna pick 6 different cards and just see. For you guys to know, we are going to a. Oh yeah. So it's basically all the cards I had from last month plus 1, which means I would do 6 cards because I think I did 5 last year too. 5 month. Okay, but I'm going to a Ghostville Mansion. Yay! For my lovely road. Okay, so I have to pick up a YA thriller, which is so hard because I often like to physically listen to my YA thrillers. Alright, let me pause this for a second and see if I could think of one that I can pick up that is technically an arc. Alright, let me go look at my collection and see if I could find something, but this is the one that's hard because normally when I pick up my YA thrillers, there's something that I want to listen to, so let me go see if I can find something that I can count. Even if I didn't get it from like this year, I could still count it as like an arc. Okay, so I'm going to add Under the Surface by Diana Rayburn to this TBR. It was an arc that I got, and I think I might try to to get the audiobook from Libby because I think I've had it before, but it's an epic survival thriller about 4 teens lost in the Paris catacombs and a race to find them. So yeah, I've liked all of her books in the past, so yeah, I'm gonna toss this on here and hope I can get the audio because I don't have a ton of, like, I like to listen to them, so like it's just me trying to read physically. So yeah, this will be a book that I toss on there that is a YA thriller, and hopefully I can get the audio from my library. Ooh, okay, so this is a book from my should have list, a book that I should have read last year. So let me go get one and then we'll chat about it. I did have some options, but I did remember that March is technically middle grade March, and I am going to add an arc that I have. So I'm going to add The Daggers of Ire by Jessie Cervantes. And this is one that I got from ALA. I did just buy my ticket, so as me and Kelly are trying to do, we're trying to read down our TBR. A rich and exciting new Latinx middle grade fantasy about sisterhood, grief, and the power of kids to face what grown-ups refuse to see. And she also wrote the Stormrunner series. I love this cover. So yeah, I'm going to toss this onto the TBR because I am trying to read down my physical TBR, and it is on that list. So yeah, I'm going to put that on my TBR. And then let's pick another card. Okay, I'm going to have to shuffle these a little bit better. I made a bunch of cards at like the beginning of the year, and I think that I just didn't shuffle them as well because that would have been the exact same thing. So if it gets picked again, I'll just do it. Oh, okay, so this is an easy one. I pick an ALA book, which is easy because I want to read a lot of ALA books because I'm doing a challenge. All right, let me go look to see like what I can add here. I have like a ton of options, stuff that I could add. But let me go see what I'm feeling, and then I'll add that to the TBR. Sassy German Shepherd in the back, but I'm gonna also add Splinter and Ash to this because it is middle grade March, and I'm really bad at reading my middle grade books. But it says a princess named Ash, a squire named Splinter, both misguided and dismissed because of who they are, both determined to prove everything wrong, both vital to uncovering a shadowy conspiracy intent to overthrowing the queen. So yeah, I'm excited for this one as well. So I'm going to add this to the TBR, and maybe I'll actually do like a middle grade reading vlog this month. It will definitely help with reading down my physical TBR and reading arcs. It just may not help with all my bonus prompts, but that is okay. We'll talk about bonus prompts when we get there. All right, and then, all right, I'm just going to kind of do this a little bit different. All right, ooh, okay, so I have to read a book that starts a series. Okay. Okay. Let me go look on my shelves. A lot of these books, like, they eventually start a series, but they're not going to start a series, like, right now. So let me go find a book that starts a series, and I will report back. Okay, it has to be an arc that starts a series. All right, I'll be back. Let me go find one. I was struggling a little bit, but then I remembered I just got an email for the second book, so I know that there was going to be one. So I'm going to add Zodiac Academy to here, and this is magic meets dark academia at a New York boarding school. It's hidden from mortal eyes, perfect for fans of deadly education and Legendborn, and it might be a romantasy, which means there's a potential that there's a romance in here. So yeah, I'm going to add this to there, and I have read stuff by this author before, so it will count for at least one of my bonus prompts, which is exciting. All right, I have to pick 2 more cards. Okay. Ooh, finish a series with an arc. Okay. This might be a bit more challenging. Because, okay. Let me go see what I can do. And if worse comes to worse, I may just add okay. Okay. Let me go see what I could do. Finish a series with arcs. This is a little bit harder. But let me see what I can do. All right, I'm back. All right, well, I did get this from Comic-Con because my friend got it for me, and it is technically catching up on a series. So I'm gonna add The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. In my defense, Kelly did actually give this to me, so I feel like she'll be okay with it. But it is catching up on a series. It is a fantasy romance. It will work for my bonus prompts, both of them, which is good. I've heard really, really mixed things about this book, but again, I always say, Laura likes deeply unpopular things, so I may love this book. So I'm going to add this one to the TBR pile. And all my books are really, really chunky. I didn't give myself any audiobooks either, so we will see what that looks like. All right, one more card, and then we're going to chat through the rest. Okay, a book on my 2025 NetGalley list. Okay. Well, you know what? that's easy. Unless I'm wrong, which, let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure I put this on here for like this very, very reason. I think I did. If I didn't, I'm going to be really mad at myself. Okay, I did. So this one's easy. I technically have an e-arc of this. It just came out. So yeah, I'm going to put Rebel Witch on here because it was on that list and I do really want to read it. So I'm going to add this to it. So yeah, those are all the cards that I picked, and then we're going to take a bit of a moment and then we're going to kind of do the rest of the TBR. So I would have added the graphic again, and we're going to do what is one vlog I have to do this month. I'll be honest, I didn't do very good with my vlog last month. I'm going to have to like not do this if I'm going to do a competitive based readathon because it really affects all my content, but that's okay. So we're going to be doing Realmathon, but let me see what vlog I have to try to do. Okay, so it's the same one as I got last time, which is Rec from a booktuber. So I'm just going to do a booktuber rec vlog, and that is fine. I'm going to add that to my thing. That is something easy I can do because I do have a lot of options next month. And I have a spreadsheet and everything, and I really did want to start that series. Maybe I'll try to do 2 of them. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a vlog I'm going to have to try to do. Okay, so that's me going on a team up. So I'm just going to reach out to a booktuber or go on my spreadsheet and do a vlog about that. All right, that is awesome. And then we are going to do the hard graphic, which I will have attached here. Connected to series. So my companion book, I think I'm just going to change it to like a themed vlog around series because whenever that hits, it's just harder to it's harder to film vlogs for that a lot of the time. So, okay, let me just roll this again. Okay, 6. Okay, so I have to pick a series that I want to binge 2 books in a row for. Okay, so if I had to like decide like right now, I would probably pick the Can't Spell Treason Without C series because I do have all access to all 3 of these and they are cozy. There is a romance. I did get access to all the arcs for these, so technically I could count them on NetGalley as well. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to it. It's also like a little bit of an easy one because they're cozy. I have the first 2 books, and then I actually think I have access to the 3rd book on my TBR. And we do have to do about book boyfriends and book girlfriends. So yeah, I'm gonna read 2 of these this month, and hopefully nothing goes horribly awry with all of that. Because I would like to make some progress on that series. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go get the other one and then we're going to talk about the readathon. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully Can't Spell Reason Without She and A Pirate's Life for Tea. So I'm going to go get that book and then we are going to chat about the readathon for the month that I'm going to focus on. So I'm sure other mini readathons in the month will sort of pop up, but I am doing Realmathon Team Stingers. So my 2 bonus prompts for that are I have to read a book by an author that I've read before, but also read a book with a book boyfriend that I think I'm going to love. So a lot of those books will count for those bonus prompts. And then another project that I do sort of want to do, in addition to kind of doing at least some of my best books of the year content because I haven't done it yet, is I really want to do a cozy reading vlog. I get a bunch of books from ALA that I would like to make a dent in, so it will help me reading down my physical TBR. So I may include Truly Madly Magical in here, The Last Gifts of the Universe, which is a sci-fi cozy, Full Moon Coffee Shop by Maya Mukazuno, which is translated, and also The Crescent Tea Room by Stacy Sabinsky. So I may just add these to the tentative TBR. I am also filming this video like ridiculously early, so I don't even have this stuff on my TBR cart because I am filming it so early, but I just wanted to kind of get this book out here. And as I always say, like, sort of my audiobook life is just kind of what I want to read. There is no real prompts. It's just prompt shopping, which I sort of love in a readathon, especially after I've done so many highly competitive ones. So yeah, I hope you guys like this TBR. Oh, and I also need to read Last Chance Books from Kelly Rodkey. I'll attach a photo here. Me and Brittany loves reading. We're gonna Betty read it together. Hopefully, we made a plan. She has a very, very organized schedule, and I just kind of pop in when I need it. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. So yeah, let me know in the comments, are you on Team Realmathon? What team are you? I'm really excited to be participating again, and I'll talk to you guys soon for another video. Bye.